Is the money you make enough to support a family, to support yourself?
Before the 2019, before the crisis, the economic crisis, and the huge bomb and
In the port?
Beirut port, it was okay. Yeah, you can live, maybe not build a family, but it was okay. As an athlete, I'm talking, because I don't have a family. I'm not married now, but I was helping my family, so yeah, it was okay. But after all that crisis, no, it was really hard, like super hard. Like our salaries dropped huge time, so I couldn't even afford food or clothes or go to training. So I was thinking, no, like train or survive, like or take care of your family. So it was very hard. Like we had maybe 3 years in this crisis. So yeah, it was very hard for us.
How do you stay motivated to put your body through such extreme conditions when the money you're making, as you said, like it's not an exaggeration, right? You mentioned to me last night that there were days where you'd have one Babybel cheese. Welcome back to Beyond the Buzzer, the podcast that explores the relationship between adversity, balance, and success for high-performance athletes. Today, the key word is adversity, because even though Noor Hadid has the men's record for the 100-meter and 200-meter sprints in Lebanon, his journey to the top was far from easy. Before you guys hear more about his story, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, because the more you do, the more we can continue to bring you high-level guests just like Noor. Enjoy the episode. Noor Hadid, Lebanon's fastest man, has a nice ring to it.
Hello, brother.
But I feel like that doesn't tell the full story.
We'll see.
We'll see. Before we get into it, something I've always wanted to understand with sprinters, specifically with sprinters. And Tahalla, you're here in Dubai. You've been training for however long. I know you're recovering from an injury, but you've been training for a couple months, and then everything comes down to 10 seconds. What's that mental preparation like? And as you gear up for a race on Friday, what's going through your mind at the moment?
So yeah, as you mentioned, I just finished the injury, or I'm still going through a little bit. So my main target in these competitions like this is not championship as the Arab Championship or Asia or Worlds or Olympics. So it's a meet or competition. We call it meet. So it's Dubai Grand Prix. So my main target is to perform. So doing better. So as you mentioned, 10 seconds. Yeah. So I have to do hopefully 10 faster than my personal best is 10:27. Not winning medals, because there's no medals here.
Okay.
It's only performing. So the best performer will win. So yeah, it's kind of different. So this is my main target now.
Winning now means what? Is it competition money? Is it placement for future competitions? What does that mean for you?
Yeah,
or for runners.
Yeah, very good question. Because in these competitions, it's when it's high level like this, we gain more points. So these points, I can explain later if you want how we qualify for the Olympics or World Championship. It's kind of similar. So money, second part, yes, and recognition from the bigger competitions as well.
When you spend so long training, months, years, all for something that can happen in 10 seconds and it doesn't go your way, like the race, 2 days ago, how do you pick yourself back up again? How do you get motivated again?
Look, discipline and experience works the most here in this field. So, because I've been through this before, like it's like impossible not to fail as an athlete or person or whatever, but you learn from it. So I know my capability, I know my training, my whole preparation for this. Like if I fail here, I know my mistakes, for example. So I'm gonna fix it next, and the different or the other competition. So the last week, as you said, or a few days, it was the Arab Championship. So I did a lot of mistakes. I went back from my injury. So and I know a lot of mistakes I did. So and it was my season opener as a championship outside Lebanon. So we are still at the beginning of the season. So I still have a lot of time. So now that's why I'm confident now, and I have a bigger championships coming up. So yeah, I know that I can do better.
We'll get into it later, and we'll talk about your career. But before sprinting, there was futsal, and before you spent a lot of time in Lebanon, you actually spent most of your childhood in Saudi. So talk us through what that was like, knowing you were Lebanese, growing up in Saudi, and also having one sport be a passion, but then eventually transitioning into another sport, which was a career.
Yeah, like believe it or not, I still love football like so much, even though I'm an Olympian. I have a lot of records, achievements, medals, but track and field now is my career, my life. So like switching at the beginning, it was hard because I love like when I was kid, like young guy, like I want to do football. Like I see everybody watch football. Like I want to be this athlete. I want to play football. So, but I know I was fast at the beginning. Like and I was watching like the biggest in the world, like Usain Bolt, for example. Everybody knows him. So oh my god, I want to be like him, like this guy. He's amazing. So I tried both as a professional. So I played a little bit futsal in Lebanon,
Okay.
and I was my first days at track and field. So my first competition ever, I was 19. I remember, I won the sixth place in overall, like in like more than 100 athletes. So it was wow.
100-meter sprint.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I thought, okay, this is amazing. I can start being
Were you
athletics.
Were you ever that good in futsal?
I don't know if I was that good, but my team wanted me to be their team A.
Okay.
My ex team, yeah, my army team. So they wanted me, and the athletics as well. They wanted me too. So it was different. It was hard to choose between them, but there was a coach there told me, look, if you want to go in futsal or football or mini football, because it was doing well in the mini football. So you will be in a team sport, and the coach maybe can pick you on the first team, or maybe you'll sit on the bench for the whole season. It's up to you. You can pick that, or because I think he loves track and field more because he told me, look, if you do a result in track and field or medal or record, they will mention you.
It's objective, right? And so, but it's funny because it goes both ways, though. So I agree with your coach in the sense that there are challenges in a team sport that are out of your control. You can be killing in practice. I had an experience where I was playing extremely well in practice, but I had a disagreement with the coach. And no matter how good you are, the coach cannot play you, and that's it. The flip side of that with track and field, it's objective. And if you are good enough, then no one can get in your way. Yeah. But also, it's so hard to get to that level. You may never achieve those times. You may never cross that path. So I think there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah, true. Like let's say, for example, you go to the national team or this trip to represent your country in a big major championship. They'll say, okay, there's a limits or standards. You have to hit the standard to travel. Or like it's very hard because it's only you and yourself and the time. So you have to.
It's also hard to improve. I feel like in these to get really like to shave off points from your seconds.
And a certain level. At the beginning, you can improve a lot because you're new in the sport. But later on, when you're on a high level, it takes maybe 1 year to improve 100 of a second or 1/10 of a second. So yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning. So in Saudi, you mentioned yesterday that you remember playing in the streets and kind of doing it for the love of the game. What was your childhood like? Did your parents support your sporting passions? Did you have a good environment growing up?
Yeah, my parents support me from like since day one, playing football or whatever sports I wanted that time. And when they discovered, and I discovered myself and my coach back then, I'm doing amazing in track and field. They were, you have to go with this.
In Saudi, you were also doing track and field?
No, I mean like in Saudi, and when I came here to Lebanon to start my track. So the whole time they were supporting me. The environment as well. So yeah, they were supporting me because I had a few friends. They're really good at football. They were better than me, I'm sure. They were Saudi athletes, so Saudi friends. And they always supported me. Like they were calling me like, Noor, let us go hang up, play football. Like we have a tournament here, and I'm talking about in streets. Like streets tournaments. I love that. So this is how
that's grassroots. It feels real,
Yeah. Sometimes we were playing like barefoot.
Yeah,
because it's amazing. Like
where in Saudi is this?
In Riyadh, capital city. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And you left back to Lebanon when you were 17.
Yeah.
Was that tough for you?
Yeah, like I can say I know Saudi Arabia more than I know about Lebanon back then, and it was very hard because I changed the school, I changed the environment, the accent. I know like it's Arabic, but it's different.
It's very different.
So yeah, I need to. Like this is new, the whole new thing, the curriculum in the school, everything. It was new. So yeah, it took me a lot of time.
And you were moving because of your dad's work?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's a chef.
Okay, no way.
Yeah.
Is that why you're into supplements and nutrition and everything?
Maybe I learned a lot from him. Yeah, but I don't know how to cook like him. Okay. I'm not even close.
That's fine. At least you picked up what you needed to pick up.
Yeah.
So you go back at 17, and you mentioned at this point you're getting into track and fields, and you place 6th in a tournament, and it's your first time running. What happens next?
I didn't play at the 17 exactly. So I joined the army in a sports section. Okay. So my target was to go to the national team, the army national team.
Okay.
So it took me like 1 year, maybe to go to, because I have to go through tryouts. Then
so it's tryouts for the sports. You're not actually trying out for the army itself. There's no like.
it's for the army itself,
right?
No, but not army,
Not
army
but-
thing. I mean the
exactly.
sports section.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
like competitions,
But
football tournaments.
that counts as service essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the sports is just like other army services.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
salary or whatever, because it's part of the army.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the beginning of my 19th, I was doing, as I mentioned before, like football, like a futsal a little bit, then track on the other hand.
And you said both teams are trying to pick you in one direction.
Yeah, we want him here, no, we want him here. So at the end, as I mentioned, that guy told me about, so the result goes to you, not by the team or coach decision. So yeah, I tried the track, then I'm here.
At that point, you're so used to being in a team sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you then adjust your training and your mentality to be more in an individual sport?
Look, since the beginning, I liked the hard work by myself, because I tried the team sports. I was doing the most work by myself, but no results. Sometimes we lose. Like, oh my God, I did my best game ever. So why we lost? Because some of the guys, or maybe luck, you don't know. And in track and field, there's no luck. And no team sports, like not even the coach sometimes can involve in the competition, so he cannot do anything. It's only you and your training, your dedication, your focus. So yeah, this is how I liked from the beginning, even without playing individual sports before, because I had this mentality.
You mentioned that, so you get a salary when you're playing for one of the army teams. Is the salary consistent across sports, or does it depend on your performance and what sport you're playing? Because like football, for example, is a much more popular sport than track. And in general, around the world, even in the US, where all sports are at a high level, athletes that play basketball, American football are getting paid way more than track and field athletes.
Yeah.
So how does it work in the army in Lebanon?
In the army, the salaries are the same, even if you're an athlete or you're not, or soldier, normal army guy. No, it's the same. But there is like some bonuses, some privileges. So you don't go to serve, you don't go like heavy duty work with the army, or just go to the road, solve some fights. No, just focus on your training, and you barely go to serve, maybe 1 day per month or two, I think. And you can get some bonuses at the end if you got an international medal or break some record. So yeah, this was the benefits.
You mentioned some benefits. Is the money you make enough to support a family, to support yourself?
Before the 2019, before the crisis, the economic crisis, and the huge bomb and the Beirut port, it was okay. Yeah, you can live, maybe not build a family, but it was okay. As an athlete, I'm talking, because I don't have a family. I'm not married now, but I was helping my family, so yeah, it was okay. But after all that crisis, no, it was really hard, like super hard. Like our salaries dropped huge time, so I couldn't even afford food or clothes or go to training. So I was thinking, Noor, like train or survive, like or take care of your family. So it was very hard. Like we had maybe 3 years in this crisis. So yeah, it was very hard for us.
How do you stay motivated to put your body through such extreme conditions when the money you're making, as you said, like it's not an exaggeration, right? You mentioned to me last night that there were days where you'd have one Babybel cheese for a meal for an entire day.
The whole day.
And that's not even considering your family that you're supporting. So how do you still wake up? How do you still train? How do you still find love for the game if it's not really bringing you back the value you need to have a life?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning it was really hard. I was frustrating, like, I'm gonna quit this. It's impossible. Like, I cannot. Like, I can barely eat or take care for my family. But I love what I'm doing. Like, and I said, like, the dopamine after the training, after everything. Like, I lost this too now. If I stop training, it's gonna be so hard. Like, because I stopped for a while, for like less than a month, and I felt like I'm depressed now.
How do you even have the energy to train when you're not fueling your body? I mean, what was that like?
I think when you lose something you love, or you step away a little bit from it, you feel how important it was. Like I said, no, I cannot go away from this. I cannot keep this go. So I went back. Like, I need to train, maybe, because we were sure that everything's gonna work after, and the result at the end talks about you. So nobody cares about if you stopped, if you had food or not. What's the results? So I kept training the disciplines. So the discipline made the big role, and Not motivation, of course. Sometimes I go to training.
Yeah, I think there's this common misconception that motivation is the key, but like motivation comes and goes.
Yeah,
you need to be able to wake up and do it when you don't have motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Because sometimes it's about your mood.
100%.
If you're not happy, or if you had a fight with your girlfriend or family, or you'll come to training like mad, but you're in training now. So this is not motivation. It's discipline, because you love what you're doing. You have a goal. You're aiming for something. You sacrifice years for training for this. That's why you're continuing.
So let's talk about how you built up to that moment. So at 19, you decide to go switch from futsal to enter the army. You switch from futsal to track first, full focus.
Yeah.
What's the next couple of years like in terms of competing? When's the first time you compete for Lebanon? How did that process evolve?
Yeah, like I was very talented, because I was maybe it's a gift from God, I think. Like I'm really grateful for it. Like for my first year in track and field, without like for a few training sessions, I was doing really good result. I was very close to break records, because like this guy is good. Like okay, let's put him in a national team.
100 meters and 200 meters.
So I started in 400 meters.
You started 400.
So I didn't know what to do. I was new in this sport.
You don't know how to pace yourself.
And I think somehow all the coaches love 400 meters, because it's killing. I don't know why they love this.
Yeah.
But I was good even in 400 without even training for it that much. So I ran 48 seconds at my first year ever. That was amazing.
That's crazy.
The winning time in Lebanon back then, it was 49 or 48. And that new guy was like from his first year running 48. Who's this guy? So they picked me for the national team for the indoor championship in China, 2013.
Okay.
So it was 1 year after joining the team.
But in that year, you're competing domestically between clubs in Lebanon.
Yeah.
And is there prize money when you win competitions domestically?
Yeah, before the crisis, yeah.
Before the crisis. This is still early. So like, for example, your army plays against, like, let's call it Riyadi, for example. That's the name of the club in basketball.
Yeah.
And but I guess with track, it's not 1v1. It's all the clubs go to a meet, and it's all these events.
The winner wins overall. Yeah.
So when you were winning these domestic in your first year, is there financial compensation?
In the championships,
in the championships.
So it's for example, Lebanese championship or the Lebanese clubs championship.
Exactly.
This is for the points for the teams. We decide who wins.
Okay.
So these competitions, these two, yes.
So even if you win, so because it's a team sport, right? So if you're winning your competitions, but let's say the other club wins everything else, are you going to get rewarded or no?
If I win, because these are major championship in Lebanon. So it decide who wins individually and who wins as a club.
Okay.
So I get paid even if I finished first, but I lost the trophy.
Loses. Okay. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. But of course, if you won, it's like more.
Yeah, but you're still going to get rewarded for when you excel as an individual.
Not like other normal meets or just normal competition. For example, tryouts to pick for the national team. No, nothing.
But then you got picked for the national team, and you went and you did your first Asian championship.
My first competition ever internationally, back to 2013, indoor championship in China.
And how was that?
It was amazing, because I was like little kid, like just traveling with the national team to China. It's not even like close countries, and it was like different country. Like wow, China.
Had you ever seen a facility like that indoors?
Oh no, it was like totally new, because we were training. I was new to sport in general, but I was training outdoors.
I see on your Instagram the facilities aren't great. You know that you're training in Lebanon.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, like maybe they take care about basketball a little bit, and maybe football, for example, maybe a few percentages, but track and field and different things, not that important.
So what was that like when you arrived to China? You're going to this country for the first time, and you see the investment in the sport.
I was shocked, like wow, it's huge. And we were talking about indoor, so indoor is like nothing compared to outdoors, and it was huge. And I was very young, and my team told me, look, this is the national. We know you are doing good your first year in the outdoors 400 meter, but this is indoors. So let me explain something.
Yeah.
The indoor is like half the distance of the outdoors.
It's 200 meters.
200 meters, not 400.
So you have to do 2 laps if you're doing 400.
Yeah, and the curves are like bent, because it's smaller, and the curve is gonna be smaller. It's
completely different game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going fast on the curve, so it must be bent so you don't fall or you don't break your ankles. So they told me, look, the national record is 49 something, I don't remember. So my first time ever running the indoors with the national team, I broke that record.
No way.
Oh my god, like he's good. He broke
Okay.
it from the first time. I did 49.63.
Okay.
So yeah.
But how did that compare to everyone else? Because I feel like even if you're breaking local Lebanese records, because of the fact there's so much more investment in facilities elsewhere, maybe the other runners had like a leg up on you.
Other teams,
countries,
like other
yeah.
countries. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they were. We're talking about Asia Championship, so it's huge. It comes next after the World Championship.
Did you feel like you could still compete though?
For the indoors till now, you're talking?
No, at that point in 2013.
No, my target was just to try this at the
Just to
beginning
try.
because it's something very new, and I broke the record. I didn't qualify for the next round,
Okay.
but it was very big in my country.
That you broke the record.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you were happy with your results?
Oh yeah,
point.
I was like shocked.
Good.
Like wow, I was super happy. So
Okay.
I told myself, you know, when you're new to something, you need like anything to stick with it. So, but I did the national record, so I was okay. No, I want to continue with this. It's amazing.
But you still hadn't gone into the 100 and 200 yet.
No, that for a year and a half. No, I still
okay.
Yeah, with the 400.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you break the record in China. You go back to Lebanon to the army. What happens next?
So the indoor season ended. So the indoor season only in winter time because it's covered, you know.
Course, yeah.
So after that, we finished from the indoor season. Then we started the outdoors. And I'm still new, the new kid. So I was training just to try the 400. And I was training for the national championship. And it was in June, I remember. I was training for it. My first year, and I was doing 400. And so the individual sports in the track and field, you can do 2 events.
Okay.
400 and the other sprint event.
Or
so
100 and 200, for example.
Yeah.
But only 2. You can't do 1,
but you
2,
cannot
and
do,
4.
for example, 100, 400, because it's a little bit different. It's hard. So the common thing, 100, 200, or 100 itself,
400.
or 200, 400.
Okay, interesting.
Or
I didn't know
400
that.
itself.
Or 400 itself, yeah. Okay.
But you cannot go to 800 because it's totally different.
You can't do 400, 800?
Oh, it's impossible.
Wow.
There is some athletes that are talented, but no, it's totally different.
Okay, fine.
Because 400 still sprint somehow, but
800 is a run.
800, no, it's aerobic. It's more different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no speed on it.
Interesting.
Even though
there's some
world times are crazy, but still it's different thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you go back to Lebanon. You're just training for 400 for a year and a half. You're doing domestic championships, right? You're trying to break Lebanese records,
exactly.
Indoor and outdoor. What happens next?
After that, believe me, I hated the 400. It's so hard.
Why?
They call it the man killing event.
Man killing event.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's super hard. Like through the training, it's super hard.
I feel like it's right on the edge of sprint and run, and it's like even though it is a sprint, it's so hard to pace yourself in a lap.
Exactly. Because we say you have to run the full lap all out.
Yes,
it's kind of like this. It's so hard. So you feel the lactic hits. Like all the athlete knows what the lactic. It kills you. Yeah. So in 200 or 100, it's full speed.
So you can have adrenaline at that point, right? Like there's a lot of adrenaline in the 100 and 200. But, but the 400, I feel like you can gas out.
Yeah, exactly. If you pace a little bit wrong, you'll kill yourself. You'll lose. But even if you are the best.
There's also the flip side where if you hold back a little bit and then you finish the race and you feel like you have more, you probably have a lot of regret.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's like the worst feeling, I imagine.
It's so critical, the 400. So because it's between speed, full speed, maintain, lactic, aerobic.
Okay,
so that's why it's so hard. And the training itself, a lot of big distances and running fast. Yeah.
So when did you transition?
After 1 year and a half, I told my coach, look, I'm going to say it. So I don't want to die early because 400 meter kills. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to suffer. I love track and field, but I'm fast. I know I can do amazing results in 100 and 200.
Okay.
I know myself. Like, trust me, try me. At the beginning, he was, no, impossible. Like, as I said, I don't know why coaches love 400. But he, after like many days of talking to him, he said, okay, we'll give it a try. So the next year I competed in 100 and 200 and I did great. He said, okay, so I think you're right. We'll continue
Did you break local records right away or not yet?
No, it took me from 2013 to 2015, like 2 years and a half.
Training for sprinting, how much of it is technique and how much of it is what you do in the gym?
Oh, it's a lot of work.
Because you told me yesterday it's a lot of power work and heavy lifting, which I would have never expected, right?
Yeah.
And plyometrics.
Maybe because I'm not that big.
No, you're bigger than Amar, so.
But not like Americans, if you can compare.
Yeah, Noah Lyles is fucking yoked.
Yeah. Even the other Noah Lyles now compared like normal guys compared to old guys like Justin Gatlin, for example.
He's huge.
So big, yeah. Or before that, yeah.
So you'd been training in one way for 400, then 2015, now you're doing sprinting. Let's go into that training method.
Okay. Like. So in the 400, you have to be skinnier than 100 and 200.
Right.
So 100, you have to be bigger, 200, a little bit skinnier. But 400, yeah, you have to be lean, less fat, like very, very few percent.
What was it like for your body to change the kind of training you were doing?
My morphology, my body type is hard. Like I cannot gain muscles or be getting big, but I can get stronger.
Okay.
So I think it was easier for me to transition from 400 to 200 or the reverse, because I can get faster and stronger without adding weight. So I think it's a blessing, and I burn a lot. So even if I eat more or I change my training, because training for 400 burns more calories because more distance, but for the 100 less, because we do like 30 meter, 40 meter all out training, but for 100 we do 500, 600.
That's interesting. So for 400, you're doing longer distances. For 100, you're doing shorter.
Yeah, exactly. And 200, like between.
Okay. So how did your body adjust? Did you have injury problems? Did you have more aches and pains when you made such a substantial shift? Because if you're going from training 500 meters to 30, 40, there must have been an adjustment period.
Yeah, exactly. And then the injury-wise, when you go more distances, you're going to run slower by percentage. So the risk of injury is less. But when you go faster the whole time, the risk of injury is higher. So
you might do like 10, 30-meter sprints or 20 even.
Sometimes we do 10 times or 3 times 10 meters. That's it. You go home. Because it's like pure technical.
Wow.
When your coach is satisfied and your athlete as well satisfied with that technique, he can tell you, okay, back your pack, then go home. I'm happy with this. Yeah,
but you can cover 10 meters in a second, 1.1 second, like
each 10 meters all out, you cover between 45 seconds to 1 minute to recover 100%. But why I said that?
You mean recovery? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, recovery wise. Okay. Yeah, by each 10 meters all out, you take that up to 1 minute.
So you'll sprint 10 and then you'll walk maybe a little bit and then you sprint again. Is that how it works? Or
yeah, there are some trainings like this. Yeah, but that's why we do a lot of gym to protect ourselves. This is one job of the muscles, to protect the bones or the ligaments or the tendons. Okay. So we have to get stronger, to adapt to the sprinting, to protect yourself, to be stronger, to be faster. So that's why we do a lot of gym, especially at the off season and the pre-season. But before the competition, we do less and less, both ways.
And it's more technique like before.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So 2015, you're now fully a 100 and 200 meter sprinter.
Yeah.
But not quite good enough to qualify in 2016. Correct? But you tried for the Olympics.
2020, the Tokyo.
That's when Tokyo you qualified, but what about 2016?
Oh, okay. So some problem happened that time, but I wasn't that good.
Okay, so it was more of a skill thing.
Yeah.
And you weren't disappointed to not qualify in 2016.
There's some problems happened, but
that's fine. We don't need to get into it.
No, it's fine. But I wasn't good enough to qualify without any benefits from
WASTA, whatever it may be called.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
But in 2020, I made it by my results, pure results.
So between 16 and 20, what was life like? Because you're still in the army at this point, right?
Yeah.
Training wise, did you feel? And I know you know more now. I know now you've been to America, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah. But at the time, did you feel like you had good facilities, good training, good recovery, and were you happy with how you were progressing before Tokyo?
Okay, let me talk about it by time phrase. So 2016, I broke my first outdoor national record, and it was in 200 meter.
Okay, so you're going backwards. It's funny,
yeah.
400 first, then 200, then 100.
I didn't notice that. Yeah. It's true. Because I was aiming to break the 100 meter. I was training more for the 100 meter, but I broke the 200 meter record.
It's like Noah Lyles this year was such a 200. He ended up winning the 100 and losing the 200. It's crazy.
Because it's similar, training for both. I mean, you can train the whole time for 100, then you can do great in 200 because it's so close, but not for 100. It's different, as I said.
Okay, so you're training for the 100, you end up breaking the 200 in 2016.
Yeah, and I broke the next year, that 100 meter. So finally, it was very hard. But after breaking it, you feel that confidence boost. Oh, okay, finally I broke that, so now I can aim for better or next step.
So now you have the record in Lebanon for 400, 200, and 100?
No, I stopped completely
400,
playing
so someone
400,
broke
so
it.
someone broke it, of
Okay.
course.
That's records are meant to be
That's fine.
broken.
It's not my thing.
Okay, it's
And
fine.
yeah, but I might do it again. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2016 you break 200, 2017 you break 100. At this point, what is it like to qualify for an Olympics?
So we're talking about after Rio Olympics. So I'm aiming for Tokyo.
Yes.
So after breaking these two records, I qualified for Asian Games in Jakarta, Indonesia, 2018.
Okay.
So this is how like my whole life twisted, or just like I got to the new level. So after all that, and in Jakarta itself, Asian Games, I broke the 200 meter twice, the record in the competition.
In the competition?
Yeah. So I broke in the quarterfinal and I broke in the semifinal.
You broke the record that you set in the quarter in the semi.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you win in the final?
Twice. I didn't qualify for the final, like by few tenths of the seconds.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
And after that, I went back to Lebanon. So it was at the end of the season. So I finished my season with this. So it was very huge.
Okay.
So my coach and I was training in the Antonine University in Lebanon. So they gave me a dorm. Because now, wow, you're a high level now. We will help you.
Okay.
And my coach helped, my ex-coach, now I changed it to American coach. He helped me with the education also. So he gave me education for free. I continue. I have a bachelor in
sports medicine, right? You said
no, physical education.
Physical education.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they gave me all this. So my life changed. Because one more thing, I was driving every day from South to Beirut. It's just like 2 hours driving. So it's 4 hours every day to train. But after the 2018, they gave me dorm.
Okay.
Student studio.
Student accommodation.
Yeah, for only training. It's for free. And education and training and gym. So all these things in the same place.
Was it the first time you're living not at home?
Yeah, 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, so
what was that like?
I moved to Beirut. Because I loved sports more than anything. I mean, I'm not more than my parents, of course, but this is what I do.
Of course.
So I have to take this. Yeah. So I knew that if I took this, it's gonna be amazing for me because I know what training camps looks like or elite athletes what they need to do or to build to be a champion. So of course I'm gonna take that, even though I'm gonna leave my parents.
So you're on this trajectory. And you're breaking records, and then we talk about the devaluation, and all of a sudden the money you're making is now worth. I mean, I know the number. You don't have to tell me right now, but it's ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
Where no one that I know, no one in the world would be able to live off that on a monthly basis.
No, I will accept that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is 2019.
18, 19.
18.
Oh yeah. You mean everything had changed? Yeah, after the crisis, 19.
But you still managed to stay focused and disciplined. We're not going to say motivated.
Yeah.
And qualify for the
Olympics.
Different. Yeah. Totally different. Talk us through that experience. I know it was different. I know it was a COVID experience. And I know it's not like, but at the end of the day, you still must have some pride.
Yeah.
And must be, like, okay, you grew up in Saudi, but you're representing Lebanon on the world stage at the biggest competition. What was that like?
With all of what happened in Lebanon, when I qualified to the Olympics from Lebanon, it was like, okay, like let's forget about all what happening, and I now I have Olympics, so this is what kept me moving or doing what I love. So you know that Olympics like every athlete's dream,
of course.
So this is the top and
especially in track and field.
Yeah, especially in track and field.
Only recently did basketball become more serious in all these other sports, but like track and people typically tune in to watch the Olympics for gymnastics, track, all these sports that maybe you don't watch the world champions.
Yeah, especially 100 meter, like all the world,
especially 100 meter,
and the most expensive tickets in the 100 meter.
100%.
So yeah, track and field. That's why they call it mother of all sports. Yeah, so you can be good if you do only track and field. You can go whatever you want. That's why it kept me moving, even though my salaries and all things like dropped crazy. Like, I don't want to mention the numbers. It's killing, to be honest. So yeah, after all that, I had to take a choice. So I have to continue like this. I know I did great result, but I have to go to the next level. I have to be elite level. I cannot continue like this because I was aiming for Paris 2024 after that, or qualify, because I wanted to be the first athlete in Lebanon as a sprinter male to qualify directly to these events, because we had no No one like this before.
But
So,
but 2020 you qualified directly, didn't you?
no, not directly, but as the best athlete in Lebanon by
Okay.
points. So it's called wildcard.
Wow, you got the wild card in
Yeah,
2020.
but
Okay.
now there's no wildcard anymore. They
Okay.
changed the rules. I think after Tokyo, I'm not sure the date. So yeah, they changed the system. I can tell you about the rules if you want.
Because Palestinians, Ahmad was the only non-wild card in Paris.
Directly.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone else is wild
I don't know
card.
about his sport qualifications, but yeah.
No, he qualified directly.
Okay.
But the rest of them, all the others were wild cards. So I think they still maybe after Paris they removed it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know when they changed the wild card. I can't remember, but it's changed now. There's no more wild card. Unless you don't have any qualified athlete, but you have to send one by certain rules.
Okay.
Because you need to be a 100-meter athlete or 800 or marathon.
Okay.
If you, let's say, 3,000 steeplechase, you can't go.
Okay.
And you have to compete in 5 different high-level competitions with a certain amount of points to go.
Okay.
And you have to go by standards or world ranking.
Wow.
It's harder, but it's fair, to be honest.
Okay.
So because they want only the elite athletes to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So, but being in Tokyo, even though you qualified as a wild card, it must have been an amazing experience. It must have been something that you're super proud of.
It's like a dream came true. It's amazing, like seeing all these athletes, and I'm an Olympian. This is the biggest title for every...
Show off the tattoo, baby.
Yeah, for every athlete. So it was amazing. But the joy killer was the COVID.
Yeah,
it was disaster. So we went only I went for 4 days only. I traveled from Lebanon to Japan. So it was long flight. I didn't even recover from jet lag, and there was a lot of restrictions there. So not any kind of
no audience, no crowd.
Yeah, the mask phase. No audience, no crowd.
Are you able to like walk around, see the city?
Only in the village. No,
only in the village.
You need permission, and it's not easy to get. And no stores, no people on the streets, no one.
How were the facilities?
We were like in the bubble.
Food, anything good? Or?
It was good, yeah, because everything available at the village. But you only have 2 things to do maybe in the village: dining area, training center, training track, stadium, but in a specific time.
Per sport, depending on what sport you're playing.
Exactly. Okay. And you cannot go watch another sport. Like imagine I love football or basketball. You cannot even go watch them.
That's
even
crazy.
If I'm an athlete, you cannot.
That's crazy.
That was so hard. And once you finish your sport, you have to leave because of the COVID.
So you 4 days. It's an amazing experience, but obviously COVID kind of derails it, and you fly back to Lebanon.
Yeah, and that's it, done. Oh my God, I'm an Olympian. I did everything, but I didn't have this.
You didn't feel fulfilled.
Joy. Yeah.
Okay. Then you start to train and get ready for Paris 2024.
Yeah.
And then do you feel like your training excelled? Did you get to a new level in that process?
From 2021, because the Olympics happened in 2021, they postponed it 1 year later to 2023. Before my big story, I'm going to tell you later about that. My results stayed the same because I had a lot of struggles from coaching, from lifestyle, salary.
Lifestyle in what sense? Like your own personal decisions, or just the fact that your salary couldn't?
Because you have to adapt with the new changes. Because you cannot be like high level, like you're spending money on this or celebrating or taking care of your family. So I have to change it. You have to think about how I can survive. How can I maybe buy shoes?
It's funny, you're worrying about buying shoes, but every other athlete in your sport's probably doing ice baths and recovery and high level trainings, nice new spikes, better coaches. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was at that time. I wasn't worried about shoes or clothes. I was worried about food. To be honest, I went to Tokyo Olympics by shoes and spikes. So spikes, the one we ran in the competition on the specific surface with the holes on it. So you can see my fingers inside because I had no money to buy. We have no sponsors or anyone.
Federation can't even buy you high quality.
Because the problem is our Ministry of Sports. They're helping specific sports or maybe not. But they had no support for my sport. So I went there and I had some individual support from people saw my story and they didn't accept that. And they were willing to help. And that's how I competed with
social media?
Yeah.
So you were able to get people reaching out and wanting to support you here and there, even just a little bit to get you shoes, to get you...
Yeah, that's how I went to
Did the Federation at least pay for your flights?
No, when you go to major competition like this, it's
they'll fly
on
you
the
out.
Organizers.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
not on the Federation.
Okay.
Yeah. But our finish is doing good now. especially with those who are high level. They are paying for their flights.
Hello.
So let's say for the Arab Championship or here, this company, they paid for it.
So you're
I'm a high
here.
level.
Here you're not on your budget.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
by them.
They paid for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what happened in 2023, or do you want to move past it?
I can talk a little bit about it.
Up to you.
Yeah, because as I mentioned before, I need to change this life. I cannot survive like this. So I had to make choices and changes. So I had to leave the army, but in a different ways. Because I got offers from different teams, and I saw I have a huge potential, especially when I went out of my country to try the new things and
New training methods,
everything.
yeah.
So I changed my coach also. So I'm the American coach, Gentry Bradley, and he's one of the best in the world. I believe, like, he's amazing. I was training in Los Angeles with the best athlete in the world, like gold medalists we're talking about, and the top in the world, like Ray Benjamin, Norman, Fred Curley. This is the huge names in USA. So I felt like, oh my God, this is a dream. Like, believe me or not, like, I enjoyed that more than Olympics. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think your
the
Olympic
atmosphere.
experience is not, you didn't get an atmosphere, but I guess when you go and you see what the best in the world are doing and how they're taking care of their body and how their coaches are there for them,
yeah.
it changes your view of the sport, right?
I didn't know there's a level like this. Like, you can hear it. They are better than you, but why? We have some answers, but not. It's different than you see that, and you live with them. Like, they have no limits, and they're no limits for support as well. And the way they think, it's amazing, because you see the world champion or the Olympic champion can help you. Like, let's go, come up. Or when you die in training, he will support you. Like, wow, they are amazing, and the coaches are doing amazing.
But your journey to America was interesting because it was very much you letting go and you seeing that when life opens a door, something else can happen for you. And I think it's a beautiful story. So however much you're willing to tell about, just how you ended up there and how that changed your perspective and how that's the first time you actually improved your times, right? Like in a dramatic way.
Okay.
So it kind of like gave you a new life, right?
Yeah. So let me go more about details. So I said it as, oh, he can go to USA. No, it's not like this. I was lucky. I got the visa, and before getting the visa, I got rejected for the first time for half or more than the Lebanese people or Palestinian or other. They know the struggle to apply, especially for American or Schengen visa. It's very hard. So I got rejected for the American visa for the first time, and then because I'm going with the national team, I'm not going to tourist or vacation. So after many tries, they give me the visa after that, because I got invitation. I am qualified for the World Championship, for example. So I got the visa by only this way. Then after I went back, or I left Lebanon in 2023, October, 15 October. So I remember the day, because I have a big story behind that. So I lived in France for 3 months, because my visa ended after 3 months, so I can stay only 3 months, and I didn't have a choice, like, or another plan. So
you're living at
I
your brother's
wanted
house,
to
right?
go, yeah. I wanted to go to Turkey, because we don't need visa to Turkey, but I don't know where to go. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
you left with $500 in cash, right?
Yeah,
That's it.
All my savings, and I sold my laptop, my PC to get that money. So I have nothing, and I was managing to live in a very bad Airbnb with a shared room with 8 person. Like, I only rented that house, the beds, double or triple bed. So I was taking that one. But as you mentioned, God opens door for you, because you are a good man. Like, you are doing good. Like, I was disappointed, or I was like
down.
What's the word? Like, very down, because I don't know what to do. But I saw my friend Sandy Karam in Paris before I leave to Turkey, and I told her my story. She was like shocked. Like, I don't believe all that you did for the country and for the club, for everyone. This is what happened. Like, they ended up to you. I cannot accept that. I'm gonna help you. This is what friends for. And she booked my ticket. She did everything. She said, just come to USA. I didn't even talk to the coach Gentry back then, but she told me, just come, we will figure it out, just come, I don't want you to live like this. And after like I didn't accept it at the beginning, but she was insisting like, okay, you have to come, you don't have a choice, you're not even eating, just come. Then I went there, and another door opened. My friend called me like, what are you doing in USA? Oh wow, like,
So you posted a picture maybe on
on Instagram, and he saw that, oh, what you're doing there, and are you training, are you keep doing it? I told him, no, I don't know what to do here, just came here because I want to live, like I want to
just see what I can do. Yeah, of course,
exactly. And then he told me, okay, wait, I know a coach, I can help you with that. And that guy called Ramsey, now he's my competition manager. Yeah, so everything's going,
he seems crazy. Great, by the way. Yeah.
And he introduced me to Coach Gentry, but in USA you have to be a good athlete for them to accept you. So he went back to my records, and he saw that last year, the 2023, at the beginning of it, before I moved from Lebanon, I did national record 20.7. And this is very good results, high level. So he told me, oh, okay, interesting guy. Even though I'm in my 30s. So he told,
which is past your peak typically for
biologically, yeah.
Biologically, but because you haven't had the correct training, you still have potential to cut off your time.
This, yeah.
Okay.
So he told me, okay, I'll accept this guy, and he made me train with the team for free, and at USC University.
Yeah.
So wow, this is crazy. Like
crazy.
I'm doing all this for free because I'm good. So yeah, it motivates me. Now we can talk about motivation, because you're already doing that and you got all that. I don't want to call it luck, because
you make your own luck in life.
Yeah, exactly. And I have my results. If my results were bad, so
wouldn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. So this is how I started, and I saw myself. I'm doing a new training methods, a new philosophy, new thinking, a new environment. So
and your new club in Lebanon is okay with you being in the US?
Recently, yeah.
Once they saw the results,
that time
maybe.
I was still in the army, but I have to leave the country to leave the army. So my results started to improve, and I was 31. So I was, oh my god, because I thought it's the end, but I'll try to improve. But I know I have the potential, because I didn't have the right or the best training, and after I saw all that, I knew like I can improve a lot. Then my time started dropping a huge time. Like, wow, I'm doing great. Then my coach started believing in me more. Gentry, okay. Yeah. So I dropped from 10. Cause you remember when I told you after Tokyo, before I leave, my times were the same.
All the same, yeah.
Like 2 years and a half, the same results. So I needed that change. So it was on my benefits.
Was it technique on the track? Was it nutrition? Was it weightlifting? What was different about US training that took you to the next level?
Like beside all that new technique, no, not new technique, because it's important. I'm going to tell you about the new environment, the new motivation, and the new changing coaches and athletes. I think it's two important things. The technique, of course, because you and I and everyone can coach athletes and make them go till failure. Okay, that will gonna help them a little bit, but
at the end, yeah,
but they will get injured. But the technique is the most important thing, and the second part, the mental health.
Okay,
yeah, because after I lived all the experience in Lebanon, the crisis and the army problems and the different things. When I went out and saw all that, my mental changed, my way of thinking changed, and now I'm relaxed. I'm not
so I was
down
gonna
anymore.
Say, yeah, it's not so much about like being happy all the time and whatever. You're not supposed to be happy. You've lived a tough life, you know, and it's okay to buy into that. But I wanted to ask, like, when you say mental, tell me a bit more. Like, is it like during the training session? Is it how you're visualizing? Is it after training session? Are you meditating? What did you learn in this process?
Yeah, so like imagine you don't know what to do in your life. You don't have food, you don't have nothing, and now you're in training. You cannot train. It's impossible. You cannot focus. You cannot do anything. And if you train, you'll get injured, of course, because your brain is not here, and you're not doing well in a nutrition way. Like I always do say this. Like, even if you bring top in the world or world champion and make him live in this circumstances, he will do bad results, because it's all mental. So no motivation, no discipline. Everything is gonna destroy if your mental is not okay.
So how did Gentry help shape your new mental state?
At the beginning, it was hard because I changed from like nothing to this to something big. It was hard. So he was telling me, okay, so come with me, make rounds on the track, just walking, and he was talking the whole time. I was listening. He was
Hello.
talking, and
Treating
he
you like a human.
played. Yeah, and he was saying like a huge. He played a huge part. He was saying a big words to me, like, "Look, you are here with us. You're Olympian. They are Olympians. The
You
only
belong
on
here.
yeah." And I believe in you. That's why I picked you. Not only about your result, but I know you have a discipline. You are a good guy, and you don't nag. You're not like the other athletes. Oh, coach, I'm not gonna do this. I don't believe in this. No, you never said anything to me or to the training. So I saw that. So, and I'm talking. This is not only one time. He was talking to me every day at the beginning for like 2 months, I think. Like it felt like as therapy sessions. Yeah, it was amazing, and he was doing all this for free. To be honest,
It's
nothing,
crazy.
because he only believed me.
And but you're still getting paid from your new club in Lebanon. So
Yeah,
you have
After all that happened, went out from the army. I'm civilian now, like normal, not any soldier or anything else. So I signed with a new club. They are supporting me. So they paid everything for me to go to US for the next time. So
when you
I
go
went
back
this
now,
year.
so you've been back already a second time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I came back March this
And
year.
are your results continuing to improve?
Like I did my best results in my life at the age of 31, 32.
That's crazy.
And I told you, I was feeling like, let's see what I can do, because I'm in my 30s. Because after all that, and learning new techniques, a new way of thinking, and new believing in yourself, like I did my best life time results. So now I can say I started to be an elite athlete in the world, because my times dropped from 10.5, 10.4 to 10.1.
At the age of 32, that's
yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. So now I believe in myself more. Like I can do the best results ever.
So Los Angeles is on the cards.
Yeah, of course. And I have a plan, and my coach have a plan to qualify directly to the Olympics, not even waiting for that wild card or points or whatever.
After everything you've been through in Lebanon, after the volatility that's associated in that country, do you kind of feel like representing Lebanon, if anything, is a protest against it and saying, you know what, I'm still proud to be Lebanese. I know it's not been easy, but I love my country. I'm happy to be representing Lebanon. I'm honored to be representing Lebanon. Or do you feel a bit disappointed in how things have gone so far?
No, never, man, never. I'm always proud, and I have like this feeling that I'm representing what I love the most. Like, oh, I'm Lebanese. I'm gonna show the world what we can do. From nothing, we can do all this. And I see this in the world. Like when the people ask me, or the athletes, where are you from? Lebanon. Oh, where is this? You can tell from this, and we're doing amazing. Like, wow. And so now I can imagine if I have this opportunity to be in a bigger country, so I can maybe do better. But I can do this in my country, in Lebanon, even with a few support. But because when you're successful, no one can or judge you where are you from. They will take you as who you are.
Objectively.
So that's why I have a new manager this year. Like my manager Shane. Like I started to see, I swear, like this is a new door open for me. To be honest, it's a big change for me. So I see like, oh no, I can do amazing work. We can do huge things. It's not only about where are you from or if you are popular or not. No, but it's all about who you are or your results.
So no pun intended, but I kind of feel like you're walking so the next generation can run, or you're crawling so the next generation can walk.
Yeah.
Is part of what you want to do after your career build a foundation for the next generation of sprinters in Lebanon?
Exactly. This is one of my goals and one of my things I do. I already doing it now.
How?
Because I'm coaching athletes, especially young athletes.
Okay.
So I'm coaching university in Lebanon and another club, because they are all new athletes. So this is how I like to start. I can take like already a good athlete and train, but no, I need to start with a new athlete, because I need to teach them the right path, or how they should be, or how they want to train or do.
How is the next gen? Like, are there better facilities now than when you were starting off, or is it still kind of early days?
Facilities, we are trying to make make it better for them because we lived the experience before. We know what's bad, what's wrong. So that's how it's good to be with someone experienced and high level, like when I am coaching those athletes. So but I think those new generation are way better than us. Like genetically they are good.
But you say that with a smile, and that's very refreshing, because there's a lot of people in the world who kind of like
Jealous also.
They're jealous and they don't want their records to be broken.
Yeah.
But records are meant to be broken,
Exactly.
right? You're always going to be
This
who
is
you
my
are.
word. Like I love saying this all the time, because I broke the record, someone's gonna come to break my record. Why I'm not gonna help him? So imagine Lebanon, someone running 9 seconds. Like it's gonna be amazing. Like, and imagine I'm helping him to break that, or her. Like wow, this is amazing. So this is achievements. I'm gonna be happy, like as if he's my child or someone I helped to break that thing. And once I remember I helped. He's an opponent to me, without mentioning names. And I told him because there was some problems, because he thought, oh, he's my competitor, so I cannot be close to him or friends to him. This is wrong. So I approached him and I told him, look, I'm willing, and I believe that you can break the record. I'm willing to help you to break that. I can coach you. He said, oh, but you're competing against me, like you're a competitor. Why are you saying this? Because I told him, as you said, numbers or results are meant to be broken at the end. So
what about him did you? It's funny because, again, for me, like I'll watch sprinting, I'll watch stuff, and I won't be able to tell if someone is technically good or naturally talented. So you saw him and you maybe felt like he had good talent naturally, but not good technique. Is that what made you stand out to him? Sorry, what made him stand out to you?
He already made some good results, and he was young. He was 19 or 20.
Okay.
And his body type is wow. You can tell this is one
Tall
and long legs and fit, like muscular but lean, just similar to my body type. And with his first 1 or 2 years, he did amazing results. So I approached him. I told him what I said before. So yeah, he's an amazing athlete. I'm sure he will break all my records. But yeah, so why not? Why not?
Outside of the sport, I know you're in a very happy relationship. I know you're passionate about nutrition. I know you travel with a pharmacy.
Oh yeah,
which
like
I find which is so funny. How do you build identity outside the sport? Right, we spoke about this last night. You know, you're still learning and you're still improving, but by the time you're 36, 37, you'll probably be done. And the only thing you've ever done is futsal and track for career-wise, right? How do you also develop confidence and pride in Noor Hadid away from the sport?
Yeah. So at the beginning, when you mentioned supplements, so when you're getting old a little bit with time, and because you have to take care of your body more. I'm not saying at the beginning you don't have to, but when you're getting old,
you don't recover as well.
Yeah, you don't recover as well, and you're more getting injured than younger you. And with all that intensity you did through the years, all the things you did, so you start facing an injuries you never thought you will having them. But and you still thinking also about the retirement plan. So I think it comes for a reason, because your body will tell you, look, I'm tired now. I'm talking about a few years from now. And financial wise, you'll be thinking about building family, getting married. So yeah, it's different, or shifting or completing your career, to be honest. So I made my name in Lebanon or the region, and maybe hopefully in the world. So why not continuing through this? So I love maybe making academy or continue coaching athletes, so I can give them my experience, all my learnings, and everything. So you have to end your career somehow. So
you own a piece of land in Lebanon. Do you think you'd like to build on that and provide a facility for future athletes, not only track but just anyone, or you want to stick within track and field?
Like specifically in track and field, yeah, because this is something I love, and this is something my most experience in. So that land, I think I'm gonna invest on it, and I think I need to build that thing. So and to do what I love.
With everything that's happened in our region and specifically in Lebanon in the past couple of years, how do you feel about living there, spending more time there, especially after your career is done, in terms of safety, in terms of potential. I mean, one thing that I love is that people who know about Lebanon know about the resilience of the people.
Yeah,
despite what's going on.
Exactly.
And that's a beautiful thing. But ultimately, resilience in one thing and opportunities in another. Do you feel like we're on the right track?
Like, if you want to talk about resilience and what you love, of course, I'm gonna do everything in Lebanon because I wanna build everything like from, let's say, from zero to show everyone that we can do amazing things. But on the other hand, you are afraid, of course, from the situations politically and the wars and everything happening. But I'm gonna build everything in Lebanon because I believe in this country, because you can make a lot. Like, if I didn't work for the country, who's gonna work for it? Because I'm one of the best in the sports and in the country. So why I need to leave to build my my thing outside my country? What's the point? Okay, I can be successful and make money, but you know that passion, you build everything in your country, and your country deserve people like me or others. So yeah, this is my main point.
Your girlfriend's a sprinter too?
Yeah. She's a 400-meter athlete.
Is she in the conversation to qualify for the Olympics?
Oh yeah, she's a big supporter, to be honest. Even before we've been together, she was supporting me, because I know her like as a friend from years ago, but she was supportive from the beginning. But now, yeah, she's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she lives in Lebanon.
Changed a lot in me, and she believed in me. Like, the good thing, she didn't see, okay, I'm gonna be with Noor because he's a successful athlete, or he's famous, or he's like this. Because she believed that I can do bigger things. I can qualify. I'm a good person. She saw my real one. So yeah, this is what I like the most.
You said she changed some things with you. Shane also told me one thing that she wants to work on with you is being less humble and being more confident, more sure of who you are, which is quite the opposite for most athletes, right? A lot of times you talk a big game and you don't produce. So how, first and foremost, how did she help you get more confident, and what do you feel like you need to work on when it comes to that?
Like, because I have it's very good to have a good heart, but some people use this against you.
Yes.
So she taught me, and she helped me with that. Like, you cannot be good heart the whole time. You have to kind of test people to see if they are good or not to you. Like, everyone's gonna use you. They know you have a good heart.
We spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah. So,
with business
and
too.
I faced that the whole time. Like, during my ex team or my ex environment, there was a lot of athletes or people they were using me. So I learned that, but I needed someone. Like, when you are getting older, you will be away from your parents, so they are not with you the whole time to see everything happening. So you need someone in your life with you the whole time and loves you to give you the right or the true support. So she really helped me with that. She didn't, as I said before, use me to be with me. So I saw that in her. So
you felt like maybe you were a bit naive before, but now you have a more understanding of how to, like, it's funny. You don't want to like live life assuming everyone has the worst intentions for you, but you need to have a bit of restraint and understanding that not everyone has good intentions.
Yeah, because sometimes you need someone just to knock on you, like touch you, like be helpful. Oh yeah. Thank you for that. So yeah. And even this small help or whatever it is, it makes a lot of difference.
Noor, thank you so much for your time. I'm excited to see you race on Friday. Hopefully next time we do an episode, we'll mic up and we'll get on the track together and we'll see who wins the 100-meter sprint.
That's exciting, yeah.
Habibi, I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for this.
Of course, pleasure.
Habibi, thank you.
If you made it this far, but you still haven't pressed subscribe, make sure you do. The more you guys subscribe, the more we can continue to bring you high-level guests just like Noor Hadid. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and see you next week.